Hey guys, how's it going? Today I am in the clubhouse. I wanted to do this since I started the clubhouse and since I got this green screen. Also, last night we had some technical difficulties, so I'm going to take care of them right now. As you can see, the video is all messed up. Let's take care of the height. Let's take care of the width. And now we're all set. I took care of some audio issues. I'm going to pop my microphone back up, which you can see is not working in the background. And then we'll be good. Thanks for joining us.
And the fun begins now.
I don't think they can hear you, man.
I do this every week with my microphone. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm on now. Here we are. We've been having technical difficulties for the past 20 minutes. I finally got us on YouTube and Facebook. If you guys could check out my YouTube page, click subscribe, check things out, make sure you get informed every time that we go live, that'd be great. We're probably going to move mostly towards YouTube at some point in the future because doing both seems to have a lot of technical difficulties messing up. Thank you for telling me that there was no audio, by the way, Zach. I appreciate that. So, welcome to Jason May Draw, the 5th episode. I don't know how it's possibly the 5th episode, but it is. It feels like we just started. It feels like episode 4 was 2 days ago. We have an ambitious plan tonight. I don't know how it's going to work out. I'm already flustered because nothing was working. I'm just going to get Chris on here. You guys know what to do. Like, share, all that good stuff. We want as many people coming in here and chiming in as possible. I'm going to switch over to the dual cam with Chris. You'll be seeing both of our screens and both of our faces, and hopefully we'll be hearing Chris too. Hello, Chris.
Hello, Jay.
Can we hear Chris? Yes, we can. I can see his thing going perfectly fine.
Okay. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Poor Jay's was having technical difficulties, so he's a little bit frazzled. But welcome to the Jason May Draw Clubhouse tonight.
I got it going. I don't know how. I don't even know how.
We all got the joy of internet streaming. Everybody, how's everybody doing? Zach, I see you there. Jim, how's it going on the Facebook?
Hello, Jim. I see Albert on YouTube. Hello, Albert.
That's right. We got the YouTube going. As Jay said, we're going to try and concentrate more towards putting it on YouTube.
Yep.
Because of the problems with streaming both. But every episode we do is available on YouTube.
All the reruns.
Yep. So if you missed an episode, you can catch up there.
Yes. So last week, we ended up getting a little bit of a stream drop as well. I changed settings. Actually, I spent most of the day today changing those settings, thinking that we'd be all set. So hopefully we will have a nice, clean stream tonight. I set it up for a slower connection, as well as a few other things. Anyway, all that tech aside, we're here now. You can hear us. People are dropping in through the pipe. Jeff Jakes just dropped in through the pipe. How you doing, Jeff Jakes? Welcome. Good to see you again. For those of you who do not know, in our description on Facebook and on YouTube, you can head on in there if you want to donate to the channel because we are trying to get a new microphone for Chris so he sounds better. Maybe a webcam for me because I'm still using my phone. And you just go there, type in the number, go to the bottom, hit donate. You can use your PayPal. It goes through PayPal. I think you can use a credit card if you need to do that or whatever. All the other fancy stuff on there you can just skip over unless you want to get a subscription to Streamlabs, which you don't. You just want to donate. Just boop, boop, done. Make it easy for yourself. I will try to make that even easier in the future. If we get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, we can start putting out a donate button there, which is significantly easier for everybody. Easier for us, easier for you guys.
I also just put a link in the comment section on Facebook to the YouTube page.
That's a good idea. Appreciate that.
Because apparently there's also less lag on YouTube, according to Zach.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you very much. Zach has been very helpful. Zach has his own dollar on the wall in the clubhouse. It's the first dollar. So, here we are, Chris.
Yes.
I'm slightly burnt out. I don't know how you're doing. How are you doing?
I'm all right. It's been a somewhat productive week for me.
Good. Yeah, you've been texting me, which I'm happy about. Do you want to share any of that information with the audience?
Well, I am working on the second issue of Playing Dead. a fantasy adventure comic that sprung from my old webcomic comic strip about me and my dog. I can even show you guys a real quick glance at a page I'm currently working on.
I think they'd like that.
There we go. Let's see. I'll show you the process here. Let's see. This is my initial pencils. As you can see, I do very loose pencils.
Here, let me give you let's get a close up on Chris so we can check this out.
All right.
Boom! It still works.
Excellent. So yeah, there's a page there. There's a slight squishing in the display, but then from there, then I go. Let's see. Boop. Okay, you see the pencils there, and then you know what? I'll just overlay, and then still working on the inks in this page. But there you go. There's the no lettering yet, but I have been I don't know, just it took a month of just worrying and anxiety over what's going on to finally kick me into gear, and since then the past week I've been just burning through stuff. So
good.
That's what I got going, and you know, and occasionally I'm asking Jay stupid, obvious questions regarding lettering and Photoshop.
That's what I'm here for. In fact, I'm probably going to put some more videos up for people as Chris asks me questions. I'm just going to make some videos, I think, and pop those up on YouTube slowly over the next
Yeah, that's right. Jay does have some
year,
awesome
maybe.
YouTube tutorials.
Yeah, I don't want to get too crazy into tutorials. I just want to be able to draw and have you guys see what we're doing as independent comic creators, because Chris is working on his books, I'm working on my books, and I'd like you guys to be able to see what's going on as we go. And I like doing what we've been doing every week, where we draw stuff with you guys. So start thinking now. I think we've got like 8 viewers at the moment, which is a little low. I think we may have lost some people at the beginning because of the rough start. But I hope all 8 of you are getting your thinking caps on right now, because we're going to announce the theme of the week right now. We need to get it going as fast as possible because it's a bit ambitious, and we'll talk about how I'd like to deal with it after we announce the theme of the week. So, without any further ado, hopefully the theme of the week says what it's supposed to say, and you guys could see it right now.
Theme of the week.
All right, Chris, theme of the week. Lairs for our supervillains. And what do we mean by our supervillains, Chris?
That's right. Episode 3, we did supervillains. I need to find...
Yeah, it would have been a good idea.
It would have been a good idea.
If we had that at the ready. I know mine is right here somewhere.
Oh, there we go.
Where are you? Sorry, guys.
This is my supervillain. Basically a platypus and a giant...
Nice. Now, here is my supervillain that I put on top of the backgrounds that we made in episode 2 by request of Zach Shepard. So, we've got 2 supervillains here, people. Both of them need lairs. And one question that I would like to discuss, I don't know if we discussed this, Chris, is are you going to draw your supervillain's lair, or are you going to draw my supervillain's lair?
Ooh, interesting.
Maybe you guys could start discussing that right now as I talk more about what we're planning on doing here. You guys decide right now, am I going to draw my villain's lair, or am I going to draw Chris's villain's lair? That throws a loop in both of our plans, probably. Also, we're going to work on the lair as much as we can tonight. I don't know if we're going to be able to finish it. My idea would be to flesh out the lair as much as possible tonight. And then over the next week, Chris and I will color them and have them ready for you to see next week at the beginning of the episode. And in fact, I will probably do a high-speed video of mine and post it on my YouTube channel so you could see the process. What do you think about that, Chris? Color this week?
Yeah.
Depending. I feel like we're not going to have time.
No, I think if we get it all fleshed out, possibly with help and suggestions from our viewers,
Yep.
we could come up with something really cool, and then we'll finish it, polish it, and they'll get to see big reveal the beginning of next week's episode.
I like it. You guys can come back for it. So it seems as though
Let's see.
we're going to switch it up. I'm looking through the comments. All right. So now the next thing you need to do is start talking about exterior, interior.
Oh yeah, exterior, interior. That is
Yep. Exterior, interior, people. We need to know. And we also, there's something else that we need to know. What else do we need to know? We need to know what they're going to be. So you guys can see we've got the burble, which is a gerbil beaver with a wooden suit of armor. Chris has to draw his lair. Interior, exterior.
Yep. Okay.
And I need to draw the other guy, who doesn't have a name. Did you ever name it?
There was a name. I forget. I'm just gonna call him Captain Platypus.
Captain Platypus. So I will need to work on Captain Platypus. So hopefully, exterior. Zach says exterior. That may go a little.
Okay,
that may go quicker than interior,
Oh yeah, so true.
depending. So we got Zach saying exterior. Does anybody else want
AJ,
to
is there
chime
any
in?
way you can quickly email me your guy? I know you got my guy. I send you the files with my guy.
Mine is on. Why, you want the actual PNG, or you just want to have?
Well, the PNG, I can drop him in and just draw around him. Let's see. Albert May, high tech for Chris and underground for Jay. Okay.
All right, you start talking to the audience while I email you the burble.
Okay. Let's see. So, I'm just gonna write down the suggestions. Let's see. What is it? Burble.
So we've got underground
Lair.
for mine. What else?
Underground. High tech for mine.
How high tech? High tech, modern high tech, or high tech, old school high tech?
Let's see. Since the platypus is from down under, how about an abandoned outback steakhouse? That would be great.
Yeah.
You have to turn a awesome blossom, counterclockwise to open a big door.
Well, I'm drawing the exterior. I don't think an awesome blossom will be outside.
Okay. Well, we got Zach says exterior, Albert says interior.
Okay. Anybody else want to chime in on that?
So I've got he's a beaver gerbil.
He is. I don't know how it happened, but it did. I had the burble PNG. I don't know. I seem to have lost it. What episode was that? Episode 4?
3.
Wow. Where does the time go?
Where does it go? Hey, Alberto. Hey.
Hey, you didn't start drawing without me, did you?
No. I'm just
Hey.
taking suggestions. So far, I've got underground.
Underground. That's vague. Burble. I have a TIFF. I'm gonna send you a TIFF, I guess.
Yeah, send me whatever, as long as I can just slap him down on there.
1100 megabytes. Perfect. I think it's got the background in it. You could just knock the background out.
Leave my bad guy up there.
All right. And I know I have yours somewhere. I can probably find that later.
I sent you all the files, sir.
Let's see.
Okay.
Outside. A lot of people are saying outside.
Really? I've got yeah, okay. Zach exterior. Yeah, I've got one interior, 2 exteriors.
That's
right
what I'm saying. Yep.
As far as
Oh, hello, Tucky.
YouTube is concerned. Hey, Tucky, Alberto, Justin, Nutsi Esicon, hi on Terry, Vernice.
And I'll remind anybody right now, for those of you who just joined us, we are trying to switch mostly over to YouTube at this point, just to keep our stream strong. So if that's something that you do on a regular basis already, hop over to YouTube. If it's not, don't worry about it. Just sit back and relax on Facebook, please. Kathy says interior.
Also, for any new people in right now, go to the YouTube page, subscribe. More subscribers we get, the better off we are.
Better off you are. All of us.
Exactly. So, like I said, this is our 5th episode. 5 alive we are.
5 episodes. How are we 5 episodes in already? How's it been a week? I don't get it. I am going to just start drawing a little bit. I know we don't know if we're doing interior or exterior, but
It's kind of a tie at this point.
it's a tie at the moment.
Okay, I gotta do underground, but I wanna. Maybe I'll do like a cross section because I really want there to be a tree involved because he's half beaver. Let's see. Okay, so I got underground. Suggestion. Let's see. Beaver.
I've got high tech.
Gerbil. Well, yeah, I mean, my guy's got he's got a laser pistol. He must be high tech. Plus his
Interior for Dr. Platypus, exterior for Burble.
Okay, exterior. All right. Well, okay. If I'm doing exterior, then
You're
I
going to
don't
be
know if I
done
can
in about 5 minutes.
do underground because I just want to do a really sick tree type. Okay, let's.
You could do like a, when they show like the levels, like a side view with the earth cut up.
Yeah. Let's see if I get. Start with a tree. Maybe like an awesome platform of some kind. Branches holding it up.
I think I'll just do an interior. Is that what they said earlier? No, yeah, interior for Platypus. Alright. Let's see. Where do I want everything?
Maybe he shaped the platform. Now is his name Burble?
I don't know. Jeff Jakes recommended gerbil when I did it, and it slowly became more of a beaver than a gerbil, mainly because I'm probably better at drawing beavers than gerbils.
What a weird thing to be.
So I think pretty much that's what's happened. So maybe Jeff Jakes could enlighten you on his actual name, or if that is his name. We'll let him decide.
Let's see.
I am not going to be a slave to perspective tonight. So those of you who are watching me and thinking, "Oh, dude needs better perspective," it's not happening. Not tonight. Down. It's up.
Just a big tree, and it's like hollow. Maybe some
Zach-
portholes.
Zach said to do a temple because he is a samurai.
That's right, he's a samurai. Any temple reference? I'm glad we didn't promise a finished one. I'm trying to think of ideas now. Okay, there's my big tree version. Let's try. Okay, he's part beaver, so I'm gonna do. Okay, this is just a big, messy beaver dam. This is gonna be a beaver dam, bunch of trees.
Well, I mean, if he's a gerbil, he might have like, like those tubes too, you know?
And because it's a temple, there needs to be...
What does there need to be?
just a long, ridiculous staircase for no reason. Maybe some beaver statues here. Those will be there. Let's see. I'm totally pulling a temple out of my behind us. Okay, let's see. I need to shrink that down.
I'm gonna have to look over at you in a minute. All right, so I don't know much about platypi. So, any viewers want to
they lay eggs.
Chime in on that? Was it Jim who seemed to have an expert opinion on what a platypus was called? Oh yeah, didn't you name it like?
Yeah,
General.
Jim, yeah, he had the name. Big Aztec pyramid, but made of wood.
Is that Zach? Oh, Jeff Jakes. I need to fill mine with something. So what would a villain have in his lair?
Okay, so this is gonna be a beaver dam, and then it's gonna be on a lake. So in the background, you got some mountains.
I think I just did the same color again. I want this to be more of a pink. So as I usually do, I am using a bunch of different colors to build up a couple different layers to see not layers, but layers to see what's going on. Big Lincoln log pyramid. You're getting all the
Yeah, somebody help
suggestions
Jay out. They live on the water and land. Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna make, just so people see, I'll put a small layer here. So, and then grow fry the brush. So the blue's gonna represent the water.
Spare suit. Is that a spare suit for me, I assume? That's a great idea, Zach.
Like a formal suit.
No, I think he means like a Batman suit. So what would his other suit look like? He's already got a humanoid suit. Let's say we put a suit in over here in this special platypus chamber in the back. What would be so special? But why would he need an extra suit? I mean, is it just a spare suit exactly the same, or is it like, 90s Batman? You've got every single too many Batmans
Dude,
available.
Like the toys, like this is laser light up Batman.
Yeah, he's got a rope on his hand.
Firefighter Batman.
I gotta keep this. I gotta keep everything nice and orderly and organized on Photoshop here tonight, or I'm gonna lose it. I'll be searching for everything. So I got my back walls, I got my foreground with a spiral staircase.
Let's see. I'm going with okay, alright.
Guy in a robo platypus. I do have a robot in the foreground, Zach.
Going with the old pagoda feel, but it's like pagoda by way of log cabin. It's like that, what was that Canadian restaurant? Oh, Bugaboo Creek.
Was that Canadian?
yeah, with the, like, talking mooses on the wall. Like,
Oh, I never thought about that.
Needs a door. He's going by Burble.
Barble.
Unless, I should look up, like, the Japanese symbol for the beaver. Like to put it on his door. Let's see. Get a cool window up there. Stole that from Doctor Strange. Okay, so pillars here.
So I'm gonna
Mountain trees.
I'm building out a aquarium here for him. It's a bump out, and I think there will be an entrance to go underwater. So let's see here. Let's do some blue. Alright, so this is gonna go out into like an ocean not an ocean, but wherever platypus hang out. I think they're like beavers, right?
Yeah. They're if a duck and a beaver got together, but then decided to lay eggs. God's little comedians.
Oh,
my mom! I got you guys on YouTube.
That's exactly what I was just gonna say.
We've. How about his platypus wife in the vat, Nora freestyle?
All right, we can do that.
It would move me to tears if I still had tears to shed. Quack quack.
Extra suit is a robocalls suit with smoking jacket and slippers for casual villainy. I like that. What does robocalls mean, though? Oh, wait, robocalls? Is that a typo? Robocalls.
Is a robo... Yeah, not sure.
Okay.
Robocalls, man. Okay, let's see. So I got the secret is to make this look when I polish it up, and it does look like an ancient Shinto beaver shrine. I forgot you had made it. He was a samurai, so this was a cool suggestion. Having fun with this. Okay, let's.
Blue, 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 blue. I need something over here. Everybody look over where I'm putting this X. We need something. Whether it's a door or something. So if he were to go underwater... You know what? I'm going to say that he would get out of his suit to go underwater and that he would need a tiny door.
Okay.
So I'm going to put a tiny door in. And when I do his wife, she will be a regular-sized platypus as well in the vat. All right, so I should give it some kind of like Deep Star 6 Leviathan door.
His wife isn't a platypus; it's just Leia Thompson or the duck, you know.
Howard.
Okay, let's see. Let's go up here. Okay, what should I... Okay. This is going to be the beaver sculptures. Should they be all serious and stuff?
Platymobile. I think I've got the Platymobile in the back here. He's got 2 bubble compartments over here. You could see him. Where him and his wife could hang out if she ever gets out of that coma that she's in the floating vat. Maybe this is her robot suit in the foreground. Let's see.
Okay, 1 beaver sculpture. And then I'll show everybody a really good cheat for making 2 exact copies.
Stop cheating.
Of the beaver sculpture. We'll just go over here. Oop. My Cintiq is going crazy. Edit.
So we've got some underwater excitement going on under here. I'm now doing like a landscape as well. Some rocks inside here.
Boop. And there we go. Matching beaver sculptures.
Make a wall for weapons. I'm gonna assume that's for me. And blasters. Alright. What do kind of strange implements? I imagine Jeff Jake's having some good ideas about what kind of weapons a platypus would have. Would he have like a helmet that's shaped like a platypus head? No, probably not, because he's in his platypus outfit. Let's see. Not his platypus outfit. What is your outfit called? Just an exosuit, I guess?
Yeah. Just your standard robotic exosuit.
Oh, a standard one. Alright, and he'll have a little box under here too to keep some stuff in.
Oh, there's gonna be so much wood grain in this.
I have a feeling you have a cheat for that.
Nah, I've never found a good cheat for wood grain. It's just you draw some squiggly lines. Mr. Smart Guy.
Alright, fine. I'll keep my wood grain brush to myself.
I knew it! Let's see.
I'll rotate this a little bit. Move it over.
Staircases are just gonna be logs.
Platypi have poisonous ankle barbs. That is correct.
They do.
That is correct. I don't know what kind of weapon would help him utilize that, though. Shoes with open backs? Open back sandals? Straighten that out.
You still there, Jay?
No, I left. I'm gonna give a close-up to Chris real quick. There you are. While you guys are enjoying Chris's close-upness, please feel free to make any weapons suggestions for his weapons wall. And now I'm kind of thinking he needs like one of those control stations in the middle. Uh-oh, I'm hearing beepy noises. Yeah, can you hear me?
Hello? Yeah, something happened with the connection. We back on?
I heard a beep and a boop.
Huh?
I think we're still streaming.
Right.
I don't see.
I think so.
It says 34 minutes stream live. It sounded like a Skype problem. That's what it sounded like.
Okay.
I would not be sad.
Can everybody hear us?
Would not be sad if I lost you and then got you back. I would not like to lose the stream again, though. That's much more complicated. Whoop. Explosive ankle barbs. I will try to figure out how to show that. Extra suit. Let's go. I might need a picture of a platypus.
YouTube is more chatty than Facebook, folks.
Yeah, you guys are killing it.
Yeah. If you aren't subscribers already, do subscribe.
Yes, please just click that subscribe button. It's right underneath the video right now, if you're on YouTube.
I really got to look up the pagodas, how they do those, like the corners that are
cool roof.
Yeah. Because right now I am just guessing.
I'm gonna put like an exosuit on her that's like breathing for her and stuff while she's in this liquid. She's just breathing oxygen, like liquid oxygen. Remember in
The Abyss?
Yeah, The Abyss. Haven't seen that in a long time. Might need to change that.
It is a good one. I might rework these.
I will be reworking a lot of stuff on this.
Oh yeah, just the statues. I mean, they look kind of. I almost want to do like dancing beaver statues.
Like
oh no,
Hopkins.
wait, no, they need that. Oh, because he's a bad guy. So
He is a bad guy.
the beaver should. There we go. They need like spears, even though they're statues, or maybe they're guard beavers. I don't know.
That's true. They could be guard beavers, but then you'd have to deck them out in wooden
Yeah.
stuff.
So they're just. Okay, so I've got that like the music we have for the like. Hold on, we're about to start. Just that elevator.
Sounds like the girl from Ipanema.
Yeah. Maybe he's got like other stuff out there in the lake. Oh, there we go.
Does this look like a platypus? I feel like it doesn't.
Okay, you're zoomed in on me. I can't see.
Oh yeah, that's true. No one can see. Boom. Okay, I'm working on this. Here's what I got going on. I did a close-up of my lair now, Chris, just so you are aware.
Okay.
I need to do something cooler with that center console. Does anyone have any suggestions for his control station? Zach says, Chris, how about the door is a beaver tail?
Is a beaver tail? So just be... Okay, I get it. All right, you know what? I've got the bee up in that window up there. I don't need it there on the door. It's just ostentatious. Okay, so let's erase. All
right, so I got this middle console thing. Let's see.
Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, so beaver. So it'd be make it very, very, very ornate for something that's basically made out of a log cabin. Let's see. You know what, Zach? I do like that.
Let's check it out in the split screen. Boom.
How about some really...
I think he's got some sort of goo that can turn into stuff that he's looking for. Like,
let's see, hologram map. Can you make a screen above the console? Let's see what's going on Facebook. Hey, Joe Mans.
Right now, he's got his next target, which is a teddy bear. Unless anybody says otherwise. So he's got, it's sort of like a hologram, except it's some sort of solid material, like a goo or kinetic sand.
I need some more room up top. Okay, boop. Let's add.
And then, what else do I... Something needs to happen with the ceiling. I don't want it to be too overstated. I might do it with the coloring, actually. So I'm actually going to tighten some stuff up, maybe, and then start thinking about inking. Which will clean things up here. What is this? Where's the floor? That says back walls, but it's also the floor. Hologram map. Let's get that in the middle.
I know what I can put up top. A giant beaver head. Like every villain has just something up there. Let's see.
Alright, let's see. Keep hitting Z instead of R. Z.
Dun dun dun.
Bum, bum, bum. Alright. I'm gonna start doing some of my foreground, I think. Let's see. Front. Oh, what's this robot gonna look like? So maybe this is her robot. So we will give her... I'm using this new weird brush that I created. it's got a little bit of texture to it because I was watching a show where they made the digital animation look like it was... Have you ever looked really close at a animation production cell from the old days, Chris, where the line work, it's painted on?
Yeah.
But it's got like that little... If you look real close, it's just got a little bit of vibrating to it or something.
Yeah, it's almost like a graininess, almost like it was. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Just terrible at describing things.
that sounds right. Like the plastic actually had a texture to it, or the way that the paint adhered to it just kind of like wiggled its way out. Are they in a rodent supervillain team? That is a good question.
The aquatic.
Aquatic supervillains?
We did manage to separately come up with aquatic mammals.
Well, we didn't pick it.
That is true.
So, yeah. Alright, so she'll have like a little shelf in here where she sits in a bubble with a bunch of controls. Just a reminder, if you're just joining us, we are drawing Lairs for supervillains that we drew in episode 2, right? Episode 2?
Yes. No, episode 4.
Was it last week?
No, episode 3. Episode 3.
Episode 3. There's a rerun on YouTube of that. If you did not get a chance to see it, you can watch Chris and I draw both of those villains. Last week, we drew were creatures.
That's right. Last week was were creatures. Week before that was supervillains. Week before that was backgrounds. And a week before that was... Oh, an animal... Our first episode, an animal plus eyewear.
Oh, that's right. We picked that one ourselves.
Yeah.
This was chosen by... Who was this chosen by?
I forget.
Was it Phoebus Loves Soda? I believe Jim wanted something else.
We wanted sidekicks.
Yeah. So that is...
We will be getting to.
That
eventually.
is on the list. If you guys want to write to us on Instagram or Facebook or email us and let us know what you think our next theme should be, please do so.
Hey Jay, I have an idea, and it's helpful that there are people in the room. If any of our... Here's an idea I had. Any of our followers or watchers right now have kids, I think it'd be pretty cool if we took a kid's drawing and like redid it.
Okay, that is something for the future if you guys want to think about that.
You know, if you got kids, have them draw, send it to us.
If you know people with kids that aren't watching yet, send them our way. We do try to keep this all ages so that kids can sit down. One thing that really bothers me at conventions is there's not as many kids as I'd like to see there. And I'd like to see more at the conventions and have things for them, like my friends Franco and Mariano Brothers and stuff. They put on special kid stuff at shows like at Mohegan and stuff. And, we get a decent turnout, but overall, sitting at my table with a lot of content that is for all ages, I mostly see adults. I don't get to see a lot of kids. So if you want to get your kids into something interesting like this, please have them watch. We keep it as kid-friendly as possible. Obviously, we can't control the internet, so we will do our best to continue ourselves as an all-ages show. So I've got some of these things up front. They're going to get labeled, I think, at some point with some interesting names. I'm going to have to do some platypus research this week.
Go to the Center for Platypi information.
Oh man, I hope a lot of platypi did not die in the Australian fires.
Well, they could have hid in the water.
I hope so. We all seem to have forgotten about those fires.
It's been one of those years.
It has.
Maybe I'll add the like dancing beaver statues up here.
I'm trying to think like if it was like an American Ninja movie or something. Where would the dancing beavers be involved?
They're the guys you fight right before the end boss. Oh no. It's the Dancing Beaver Brothers.
Yeah, like the Double Dragon or Mario hookup. Juggling sticks and dynamite. Those aren't the kind of sticks you should be juggling. Alright, I got another unit over here that obviously holds some sort of biological being. I don't know who though, so somebody's gonna have to tell me that. Got this thing over here. I'll circle it real quick. We need something in that thing. Alright, let's see how my foreground's looking inked. Looks like that. Ooh.
Oh, you're already inking. My God, you're ahead of me.
I'm trying. I gotta rush. Because you're...
Well, we did say we'd finish this for...
Well, I know, but I am doing an interior. I feel like your exterior is going to be inked quite quickly.
Need some reference for a beaver. Suppose I could fake it. It's a cartoon beaver.
This is true. I am faking everything in mine tonight. Like I said earlier, I am not paying too much attention to perspective. I am faking the perspective, which, after you draw for a long time, you can kind of do it. But, you know, if you're rushing it, it'll show. And I'm okay with that. I think this is going to be some kind of glowing orb right here. I'll have to remember to do that in the color.
I think that's just a temporary colored background, so I know what's what.
Nope, you gotta keep it.
I gotta keep it? I
Yep.
gotta keep it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I'm gonna... Ooh, there we go. Because if I remember correctly, your burble had a kind of a purplish color scheme. Dun, dun,
He did. He was fairly
dun.
pink and purple. That was pink and purple has been selected quite a bit from our viewers. When I did the what I do last week, I did the bison, the were bison, and it was suggested that he wear pink armbands. Eggs. That's a good idea. Eggs.
Protect my eggs.
Albert says potassium infinite. I don't know what that is.
I believe he's doing some kind of magic incantation.
Hello, Jeff. Jeff says narwhal on the little dome. That'd be a tiny narwhal. Narwhal? Narwhal? How do we say it?
Narwhal.
Narwhal.
Do our Scandinavian viewers have proper? It's like one guy. I know how to say it. He's called the narwhal. It's not actually a horn. It's one of his teeth. Sven, the clubhouse's resident narwhal expert.
Jeff Foy says wall.
Wall? Narwhal?
Nerval.
Narwhal?
Is this at 40%? I want that bad boy at 100%. All right, I'm working on the console. I gotta keep some of this. Some of this has to stay simple, otherwise it's gonna get we're gonna get overstimulated walking into here. And if you're a villain, you don't want to get overstimulated every single time you walk into your lair. Your mind will blow. It's true. It's a true story. Ask Rob. Ask Rob in Sweden. We need Rob Nelson on here from Sweden, but it's 6 hours in the future there. Did you know that Sweden lives 6 hours in the future?
I remember when I visited Italy, it was always like, oh, that's right, I'm 8 hours ahead, so it'd be like, can't call my folks to...
Well, you could.
I could, but they'd be like, who is this?
What's wrong with you? I'm gonna do the bear separate here. Bear hologlob? I'm gonna call it hologlobs instead of a hologram. How about that?
That makes sense.
I'm gonna make it bright green for now. Fix it later. So here's his blobbies. Because platypi have blobby technology.
I believe it. They're Australian.
Yep.
We're at the forefront of blobby technology.
That's a terrible Australian. It was almost a Kennedy.
Hello there. I am from Australia.
Now I can't even try because of you.
Good eye, mate.
Put another bear in the blobby.
Yup. Using old blobby technology.
Apologize to all Australian listeners right now, if there are any.
We just lost all 57 of our fans in Australia.
Make a canister of flammable fluid in the back somewhere. Could probably do that. So I'm wondering what this teddy bear did to get on the platypi's radar. Maybe stole their kid away from them?
Because that's the way the teddy bears have their picnic.
Are they all actually stuffed animals, maybe? And this is just an alternate reality? Who knows?
Tune in next week to find out.
Ask our viewers. All right, let's take a look here. Get rid of the sketching. So we got the center going. It's getting there. It's getting there. Definitely got to get the floor under control. I didn't want to have to bring out any sort of grid, but I might have to bring out a grid just to clean things up a little bit. Let's see what Chris is doing. Chris is inking away.
Yep. I'm going doing these pillars here. And wood grain, wood grain, wood grain.
Why come you're not using the wood grain brush?
I don't have one. You don't make a good one.
I made a really nice one.
Really?
Yeah. I'll sell it to you. $80. Cash.
All right, folks. We need $80 in donations tonight.
Just a reminder, if any of you guys feel inclined, please feel free to share this feed, whether it's the YouTube feed or the Facebook feed. We would greatly appreciate any sharing to build up the amount of people in this room.
Yeah. Get the word out and all that.
I know you're territorial and you're worried that they will mess up your ideas behind the supervillainry of the platypus and the burble, but the more the merrier. We can do it together.
It is a clubhouse.
It is. Transform. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. How am I gonna deal with this? All right, this is interesting. What's happening?
I don't know, Jay. I'm paying attention to a drawing
So sorry.
because I'm a professional. No, I have no idea what's going on. I'm such a
Ooh.
professional. I learned yesterday how to tilt stuff on my canvas. Photoshop.
Did you really?
Yes.
Oh boy.
I told you, I am a caveman when it
Oh.
comes to.
I'll help you. All right. So I should have thought about my perspective ahead of time, at least a little bit. I'm running into an issue here. Gonna have to lower that back wall, I think. Let's change the color of this grid. Color overlay, we'll make it, I don't know what color I don't have yet, so we'll make it another color green. Drag it back. Get the split screen back up. So I'm trying to figure out how my walls go here. And I want that to go back like another foot or two. So can we just push it back like this? And we'll have that wall begin there. And then we'll fake this. Boom. Boom.
Boom!
Boom!
Boom! Yummy.
I think that'll work. It'll work good enough. I've seen Adventure Time. There's absolutely no perspective there. So I shouldn't get hung up on it. Fair blob, middle. Back.
Canister, fluid.
I don't know if I have room for a canister with family fluid, unless I put it in my zone here for weaponry. We'll try that. I am not on the right layer, am I? Oh, I am. It's just at 32%.
Bring this down a bit more.
So how we got 11 viewers right now. I believe that's just on YouTube. I'm not sure how many we have on Facebook.
About 4 or 5.
If you are puttering along on YouTube, please make sure you click the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that most of you probably have, and we appreciate it. I do believe, and I have to double check, but I scheduled a video to come out today at 4 p.m. It is the next installment of comic book coloring. So if any of you are artists or any of you know comic book artists who are learning how to color, I have my first video, which is about flatting comics, which is the basics of putting down flat colors. And the new one gives you the rundown of how to do some basic shading. So I thought that would be helpful for people. Oddly, I haven't seen a lot of comic-specific stuff outside of, like, there's a lot of anime ones. I do know that.
Oh, yeah.
But just straight up American comics, it seems like there's a bit of a hole open. Or at least for things that I've been looking for. So I'll keep filling those niches.
Gonna make this look like it was carved out of wood. Pushing so a lot of up. Spiky angles.
Is that something you're saying or something our people are saying?
No, something I'm saying. Talking to myself again. Huge buck teeth of a beaver. Let's see, how do I want to do? I need the eyes. Eyes need to be like looking down on people. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm getting into concentration mode. You guys will have to forgive me. The teddy bear got a tattoo. We can put a tattoo on the teddy bear, Jeff. Jeff likes the tattoos. If we get into our zone, We apologize in advance, but sometimes we just start drawing and our brains stop functioning. They just immediately they zone right out. But we'll come back, don't worry. So I guess I'm going to make this inset, I guess. And if you're a publisher and you're watching this and you're thinking to yourself, wow, I would love these two guys to do a book about platypi and beaver villains, we are available right now. These are egg grenades with platypus tail scaling on it. Teddy bear got a tattoo. New song, perhaps Fugazi. A Fugazi tattoo. I don't know about that. What kind of tattoo would a teddy bear have? Like maybe a traditional teddy bear. Obviously, Pixar could come up with something insane.
Something with honey.
Honey?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bears love the honey.
A bee tattoo.
There you go.
Maybe a bee gave him the tattoo. Uses stinger. Uses stinger as the.
Okay,
the
now that's like a henchman I want to see. It's like
a teddy bear and his bee.
with a bee tattoo artist. There we go. Albert May, a honeypot.
Honeypot. All right. Well, Winnie the Pooh it. All right. I got a shrinking laser up here. I got egg grenades that explode and splatter egg all over you. Just got this. I feel like there should be more on here, but I'm gonna leave it.
There we go. Okay, now that's looking more beaver like. It just looked like some bald guy with a huge nose and teeth.
Don't forget, it's a burble. It's not a beaver. Chris. That's not good. I feel like every week we need to talk about how we're not going to conventions.
I know.
That's all I keep thinking about.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any this year.
I don't either. If there is, I'll be at Plastic City and Mohegan. San Diego's already been canceled, so you're not going there.
Nope.
I planned on walking around New York Comic Con, but I don't see that happening.
No.
Even if they have New York, I don't think I'd want to go to New York.
No.
No offense, New York. But there's a lot going on there. Let's see.
We need like tapestries right here.
Oh, I like that. Like that idea. All right, let's see. Bear. On the hologlob. All right, he's gonna have a honeypot tattoo on his forearm. Oh, it's supposed to be the bear. Oh, it is. I accidentally used the actual color instead of a color hold. Dun dun. It's very small.
It's gonna be a log on the tapestry.
A log?
Yeah. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood.
So what do you got? What do you got that's gerbil oriented?
I really am more embracing the beaver nature of him. I don't like this tapestry over here. It's not the right size. So I'm erasing it all. It's kind of crooked.
How we doing on time, Chris? You're my timekeeper.
It is 8:20.
Wow. All right. So hopefully we'll get pretty close to having these mostly inked shortly. Or at least in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Again, for those of you who came in a little late, we are ambitiously drawing Lairs for the villains that we drew 2 episodes ago. Those reruns are on Netflix. Those reruns are on YouTube if you want to check them out. Next week, we will show you these finished at the beginning of the episode. We will be coloring them this week at home. Unless, of course, Chris is coloring already, which I'm happy to see that he is not.
No.
So I will take any suggestions from tonight and try to carry them over to the coloring. For instance, Albert asked for some explosive canisters in the background. I will probably add those during coloring. Probably add some labels and things to different boxes, like the boxes, the cargo boxes in the front. I'll probably do a bit more on this robot. Jeff watching with his daughters. Excellent. That is something we like to see. Hello. How are you guys doing? Yeah, that's awesome. And Jeff, I don't know if you were here when Chris was suggesting that maybe in a future episode we will take some drawings from
our younger viewers and reinterpret them live on air.
Yep.
I think it'd be pretty fun. I've seen it done before by like artists and their kids, and it was just always such a fun idea.
Yeah, I always like that. I've drawn a few of my kids' drawings and found out later that they were their friends, and their friends had asked for me to do it, and I just remember thinking, wait a minute, what? I thought that was yours that I did. No, it was so and so's, and he thought it was awesome. Can you do so and so's? I was like, no, I'm not doing. I can't do everybody. It's time to close that door. I'm sorry.
Okay, beaver statue. The beaver statue. I'll be doing some cleaning up on these inks. Or I do color. Or, let's see.
Alright. So where's my wall ending now? Right there, okay. I got this.
You got it.
I got it. That took way too long to draw that straight line, and it got a little bit wavy. I once had a very angry customer at a convention once that was asking me about my art as he was flipping through my book.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him I didn't use rulers because I can draw a relatively straight line now. And he adamantly argued with me that I was using rulers. It was really important to him, so I finally...
Did you let him have that one?
I finally said, you know what, I did. I used rulers. And it was all good.
He's like, I knew it.
I knew it! But yeah, you draw enough and you can draw some pretty weird stuff when you're on fire and everything's working. It's like, whoa. I didn't know my brain could do that. Ours is coming along all right. It's not perfect, but for how I'm drawing it, it's coming out pretty good. Let's flip it and see what it looks like. It's probably going to look terrible. It does look terrible because I flipped it in the wrong spot. But actually, it's not too bad. Flip it back. Alright, what else do we have going out in the real world, people? What are we missing? What are you guys missing? Color overlay. Anybody doing anything exciting this week? Are there any movies coming out? Because movies come out online now. Which is weird. But they are. I think there are new movies coming out.
Yeah, because, hold on, playing with my headset again. Again, if you care to donate to the show, so I can get a better headset, or an actual microphone.
That's first on the list.
I hate this. I hate my headset so much.
Just head over to our description. Click on the link that says donate. Even if it's $1. Sound like I'm from NPR. Even if it's $1. We will greatly appreciate it. In fact, Zach Shepard donated our first $1, and you know what happened to him? He's immortalized on the wall of the clubhouse now. Early adopter. Thank you for that, Zach.
Okay, there's one wooden beaver statue.
We are missing school. Yeah, I bet you guys are missing school. Was that a parent that's missing school or kids? Or both? Alright, now I can use an ellipse tool. That's what I'd really like at the moment. Because I didn't draw this in very well.
I've just been freehanding everything. I'm just like, it's like everything's wood. It can be at weird angles.
No, I know. Me too. I'm still freehanding and I just would like to use an ellipse tool right now because it's driving me nuts.
Every time something looks off, I'm just like, they built this by chewing branches, so it's okay to be a little.
Oh gosh, I hate this. This is terrible. Angry ellipse. What headset is the goal? There is no goal, just one that works well.
Just one that like doesn't chime out every other. I have to like, I don't know if I don't know if anybody can see it, but it's like I've got this little volume control and I have to like squeeze it every once in a while just to get it to keep pumping the sound back.
It's worn out. It's got worn out wires. So one without worn wires. I will probably redraw this later. That'll do for now. That line's a bit thick. I'm going to get in there and do Mrs. Platypus. Let's see. I'll make her red. So I'm actually drawing everything in black, but I am using the color overlay to change the colors.
Oh, really? I was wondering how you did that.
I'm going to do a Jason close-up as I work on Mrs. Platypus here. I'm not super thrilled with her, but she's pretty tiny, so it really doesn't matter too much. If this was printed on a page, you'd barely be able to see it. Probably about the size of your pinky nail. No, it's probably even smaller than that. There she is in all of her glory. She's got her little arms sticking out. She's got her very important apparatus that's keeping her in stasis. A lot of people don't know that platypi can put themselves into stasis when using this type of technology. Anybody ever seen a platypus in real life? Anyone?
I always wanted to.
I have not. There's got to be some at some zoos, no? Somewhere? One that's been saved from whatever platypus have to run away from. Vicious canids.
Okay, let's see. Zoom out.
Is she mad? She is asleep. She's just got closed eyes. I guess I could separate them better, but they're pretty tiny. And her arms go through these holes. Why do artists draw on top of their drawings instead of changing the color to black? Why do artists draw on top of their drawings instead? I'm not sure I know what that means.
Oh, because this was like okay, this was the. Oh wait, we're on a close up of you, so I'm sure. I
changed it to you. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
You're good.
so this is the like sketch I did, and then I did kind of a tighter inks on top of it. So if I just took this and just turn it black, it's still very sketchy as opposed to the more finished one I'm working on up there. See what I mean? Yeah, no, it's. I mean, they did a lot of. There's a lot of comics. They call it digital inking. That's not. It's just you get an artist that can have such tight pencils. They'll just darken the.
Yep.
The pencils. I mean, if you any comic book fans out there ever read Wolverine Origins, I think it was Andy Kubert. I believe for a lot of that they just
dark and tight inks.
Yeah,
knocked out the grays, bumped up the darks,
and then just did like kind of it was almost a watercolory.
Yeah, and then the colorist kind of built on top of that with their style. What is this? This is wife. I'll probably put some bubbles and stuff in there when we do when I do the colors this week. Whew! I'm getting there. Platimobile.
Meanwhile, in the Plata Cave. Going for a very chunky black outline, just bunch of angles.
Yes, it's a guideline, Zach. What is that supposed to be? Oh, that's right, this goes inside. Up here, I don't like that line. Up. And in. That's better. Push this one over. Did I hear, or was it just a rumor that they were thinking about doing an Atlantis live action?
I haven't heard that one.
Disney. Maybe I just saw it on a message board and saw somebody wishing for it. I'm not sure how I would feel about that. I think we just talked about Atlantis, like the think we discussed the Underminer a little bit
Yes.
last
He
week.
looked like the little French guy from it.
Yep.
I don't like that flag. Let's see. Maybe I'll get rid of the flag on top.
A battering ram bill on it. I think it may have gone a little far for that. Like a cow catching bill? After I just drew that whole tread, Zach? Where were you on that? It's the lag. Alright, so let's see if I can draw it without having to pencil it. Oh, it's close. Actually, I think that works. Alright. I think Zach's seeing in real time why we draw it light first and make it dark later. There we go. Automobile. Boom. Woo, there's a lot going on here. Oh, the eyes are off. I don't like the eyes now. I think that might be good. And then maybe like a little laser thing sticking out of his forehead. With like shoots little zappers out. Alright, that's looking good. I kind of might add something to the foreground here later when I color. Let's take care of those fish, I think. Let's take a look. I'll probably just do a flat floor like this and do shading to make it have some depth later. Where's my fish tank? I don't remember what layer that's on. Back, found it. Alright, fish. Alright, so I think we'll probably wrap up our inks in the next few minutes. If you guys want to get anything in before this show ends, please start typing it in the comments now.
Yep.
Get in your ideas for colors, anything that we could add during the coloring process. Zach's request, Kirby Crackles.
Kirby Crackles.
Kirby Crackles.
Kirby Crackles.
I'll find a way.
If any of you watched the rerun, I added some extra animations, some sound effects, and some music to the last episode. And there are some Kirby Crackle delights in there.
Kirby Crackles.
So if you do like the show and you think you could sit through watching a rerun, there's some pretty funny parts in it. I found that shows like this are kind of nice to have on in the background when you're doing other things. When you draw, typically you can really have almost anything on as long as you're good at not paying too much attention to it. What I learned over the past week while I've been editing my wife's videos for her school students is that if you're video editing, you can't do anything else. Nothing. You have to listen, and you have to view it constantly. So I've been missing some of my TV shows quite a bit. But I got them done. So anyway, if you're working on your car or drawing your own book, this might be something good to have on in the background. You can look up every now and then and see what we're doing and how we're doing it. Hopefully outside of us starting late tonight, you guys haven't had too many technical difficulties. Let us know if you have. We are constantly trying to improve the channel, both content-wise as well as technically. And again, if you guys have any requests, hit us up on Instagram or Facebook. I believe all those links are in our description for both of us.
Yep.
These are just like goldfish. Not even giving that one fins, just like a goldfish. We need a puffer back here, though. Yeah, I know. It's freshwater.
No, I just like the just impressive amount of marine life you've able to put in that one thing. I'm like, here's a couple beaver statues.
Yeah, and I mean, if these showed up on a page, they're so tiny, too. Which is funny. Oh! Alright. I'm gonna leave it like that. So this is a special door right here. Somehow it keeps all the water from pouring in when he opens that door. It's part of the high-tech part that was requested earlier. Whew! Make Chris draw the interior of that next week.
No! Actually, it's basically like a dojo in there, so it'd be like a couple blank walls and some scrolls.
Alright, I think I like how this is coming along. I feel like I need to do more on the ceiling in some respect. I think that's going to happen in the colors. It will look more exciting. But I think that's a good start. I'm going to darken up this bear in the middle just because I want to see him better. Bear Hologlob. Color overlay. Yeah, I'll make it a little different. Alright, so this is going to look completely different when I end up coloring it, but this gives you the gist for now. Give this a little bit of love over here. This looks a little one-dimensional over here. That's better. Maybe he's got some buttons on here. I gotta put some buttons. He's too high-tech to not have extra buttons.
Buttons, where goes the buttons?
Got that. Maybe I'll put a little... Maybe he's got like a audio processor here. There we go. Alright, I like where it's going. He put a sign in it like Minecraft. Put a sign in what? Kirby Crackle's Delights are my favorite candy bars. Alright. So how you doing over there?
I'm good.
Let's get a quick close-up of Chris. Alright, so I think we've got our inks worked out pretty good. At the beginning of next week, you guys are going to see these in color. I'm definitely going to do a screenshot of my color job as I do it and do a time lapse and probably get it up sometime next week. It might be after. It'll be after because I don't want you guys to see it before. But please make sure you hit us up on Instagram. Hit us up on YouTube if you can. Most importantly, we'd like you to share as much as possible. Next week, we are going to do... we're going to try to... Let's work on this, Chris. We'll come up with a contest for you guys.
Yes.
So... We'll see. We'll see what we're going to do. But we're going to have a contest. One of you guys, maybe more than one. I don't know. We'll see. People are going to get prizes. So next week, episode 6, you're going to check out some colors from these Lairs. You are going to find out how to enter a contest. And you're going to want to share the heck out of our show so that more people show up. That's what we need from you. And we appreciate it. So, is there anything else you'd like to say, Chris, before I thank everybody?
You're gonna. Well, for me, thank you guys, and yeah, let's get the shares up. Let's get more subscribers and
subscribe.
More cool. We got a lot of cool contests planned, and giveaways, of course. Somebody might be winning some original art. Also some other things in the works, but the more people we get, the more we're inspired to do stuff for you people.
Yep.
But otherwise, to everybody who's been coming out, if you've been through all 5 shows, this is our 5th show.
Yep.
We thank you.
We know who you are.
Yeah.
And we appreciate it.
Yeah.
So I will say what I say at the end of most of my videos, if not all at this point. Thank you for taking your time and spending it with us. It's very Bob Rossian. But seriously, thank you. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of people streaming right now, and you took your time to come and see me and Chris draw. And we appreciate that. So, we will see you next week. Bye.